Peace of the gang, and welcome to Quit the Cat Podcast. Peace of the gang, and welcome back to Quit the Cat Podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy BP, alongside the Bishop,
Yes, sir.
coming to you from Bang Bang Fitness Center here in beautiful Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And today's guest, ladies and gentlemen, freestyling. Get me a beat. Never mind, don't do that. Don't do that.
All right.
Today's guest, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
is a Harrisburg native.
Mhm.
She's also a class of 99 Harrisburg grad.
Yes.
She went on to later get some degrees, a couple degrees in, what is it? Criminal justice, pardon me. But yes, we have Miss Angel Fox today, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen.
Miss Angel Fox.
And then before we go into this, we got to do a quick vibe check. Bishop, how you feeling?
I am feeling kept.
Feeling kept.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
That was a good choice of words.
Yes.
Should we say happy birthday?
Oh, happy birthday!
Thank you. Appreciate that.
There
How
we
old
go.
are you?
This is about you. I'm 44.
Oh, see, you trying to flip it
You're
again?
older than me.
Yeah, I'm older than you.
Oh, I gotta
I
respect
feel
my
good at
elders.
44. Yes, ma'am.
Oh man, I feel bad
Yes.
now.
I'm good.
I'm gonna be nicer to
Oh,
you
you gotta
now.
be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you be.
No, you gave it to
I
us.
thought I was older.
Well,
So I
we'll
kinda
find
always
out.
felt
You
like-
look older.
Oh, was that a good thing or a bad thing?
How you feeling today?
Yeah, how you
How you
feeling?
feeling today?
You seasoned. That's what- How you feeling today, Miss?
Old
Seasoned?
now.
Oh my God.
Damn, don't feel
Oh
old.
my God, we ain't old in here.
Yeah, ain't no
Seasoned?
oldness in here. We young.
Yeah, you seasoned.
I don't know if I want to use the word yet.
Nah, seasons is good. Seasons better than old.
Yeah.
Like season, like you learn something. You still getting, you know what I mean? You still fresh.
Sprinkle,
You get a
sprinkle.
little sprinkle. You still good though. You know, old is like, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
But
How you feeling, dude?
hey, I'm feeling spectacular. I'm gonna go with spectacular today. I don't know. It felt good. We got the day started off to a good vibe. So that's what I,
That's
that's
working today.
yeah. I love it. I love it. Makes me feel
Working
good.
what?
Yeah,
You
we
gonna
got
see.
all types of stuff going.
You gonna see.
Okay.
man.
There
I
we
was
go.
working hard today too.
That's what's up.
So,
I'm still working.
all right. Well, so some people might not know. I know a lot of our viewers know you. They know some of the things that you do. But now that we have you here, you can tell them a little bit about yourself.
Suck at this part.
Because I need you to start over. I need you to start over because you've been on our podcast before, and that was a long time ago, and a lot has changed in a good way.
I'm not hustling.
A lot of things have changed. We have a little one now.
Oh.
That has changed. There's been growth in your businesses and the things that you do, and you have really developed into, and still developing, because we're nowhere close to what we're trying to do, and there's a lot of work to be done. So, we're in that same field of work, and I appreciate what you're doing and making that way. Being a mother of 4, it's 4, and trying to lead women.
But I'm still a work in progress.
Yeah.
Listen.
So, we definitely want you to just take us in a little bit, tell us about your family, your upbringing, and lead us to
What's
what
the rundown?
started what. We need all that today. Yes.
I wasn't prepared for that.
Hey, we here now.
My parents are Southern, so my family's from Mississippi. We're rooted from Mississippi. I was raised here. But, my mom and dad raised us like we feed everybody.
Right.
Anybody's welcome in our home. So we were a house of 4 kids, 4 girls, just girls, no boys. And then my mom took in a cousin or a childhood friend or a neighbor, whatever. So we always had people in our house. So, Sunday dinners, we always had Sunday dinners. So Sunday dinners was a thing. Like, we got to have Sunday dinners.
Right.
And I still stick to that. My kids still know Sunday dinner at mom's. Whether you eat pork or don't, Sunday dinner at mom. So we're still big on some of those same traditions. Hard work. My parents were hard workers.
Yes.
My mom worked hard. My dad worked hard. My dad was an entrepreneur, but I never knew it.
Okay.
Until I look back now. Like, he would work construction as a construction manager, laying concrete and pools.
Okay.
And then he would work in a garage, fixing neighborhood cars, bikes, appliances, you name it. You show up to my dad's garage on Berry Hill in the alley, and he fixed it.
Okay.
And if he couldn't, he was going to try to break it and fix it again.
Right.
So we grew up like the Huxtable / Good Times.
Okay.
We had it, but we kind of didn't, but we had that structure.
Yes. Gotcha.
And so that's kind of how I was brought up. So people don't really know, like, I came up from a solid family. We definitely had our dysfunctions, but a solid family.
Right.
Me and my sisters fought like normal sisters. We still.
Shout out to the sister, Miss Brock, because that's my
Oh,
girl.
gosh.
Gotta give my girl a shout out.
I started to bring her too, but she wouldn't have behaved.
Oh, you got to dance more.
All
She
that.
took care of me. Come on,
That's love.
Let's,
I
oh, she.
talked about
Hey.
my favorite sister.
Oh wait. Oh, that was a jab too.
No,
Okay.
She did.
And she says she's laying you out for zooming past
I
that.
talked to her already.
Oh, did you? Did you?
Fix that, yes.
Oh.
I came and seen her and everything.
Oh,
She,
I don't know
she
what's
was
going
like,
on.
yeah. He rode past my sister's house.
Don't do that.
Okay. Yep.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Moving on.
That's in the past.
Oh, okay.
So now,
Continue.
yes.
Yep, there we go.
Sisters.
Favorite sister? You know, my other sister's still a street fighter, so she
I
gonna
know,
come
but
for
I
you.
got my one. She gonna protect me. The oldest one.
Mm. And they thick as thieves too. So
Yes.
yeah. Anyway, we still fight. We still argue. We still bicker. Other than that, adulthood.
Okay.
Adulthood. You know, I lived a little rough life, running the streets, thought I was grown, and then now here I am in my 40s, still hustling, trying to
Was
catch
that
back
a
up. No, I was just out here doing the most, and so
She was a ride or die chick. I'm a ride or die.
Come on.
I still got
Come
pictures
on.
to show.
That helps you though, because like you can, it gives you relation to what's going on. You were able to come through the things that you've been through. That helps you when you have these young ladies sitting in front of you, which we're going to get to.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get to establishing what's the house called?
Tarina Safe House.
Tarina Safe House, and I do want to talk about how, just for people that don't know, I don't want you to have to relive it in this thing because that's something for me too, but I do want to speak on how you got to
That too.
that part. Yes, because that is a major
Still
thing
getting
that you've
there.
been doing consistently, and you know, I tell people all the time, especially when it comes to the love that you give, to have somebody that loves you so much, you know, that will keep your memory alive. Because like to have, you know, people, I can name people in the streets right now that have been killed, and some
Right.
people will be like, I forgot about them.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because you don't have those people that love you close, keeping your memory alive and doing things in honor of your memory. And, you know, and I always say, I want people to love me in the same way you love Tarina, and you kept her legacy alive and using it to climb heights and to help people that are, you know, men and women that are going through, you know, rough times, and you provide all types of services for that through your platform and through your nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there is respectable in its own.
I don't know what rapper that says it, but he's like, don't post about, if you can't post about me while I'm alive, don't post about me while I'm dead. I kind of feel that same way.
Yeah.
You know, and that verse always stick to me
Right.
because, you know, me and Tarina's tight, but like me and any of my friends. So if it would have been any of my friends, because I'm loyal to that T, or I love hard. Like once I
Right.
love you, I love you.
Yes.
You know, whether we still talk every day or don't. Once
Right.
I love you, I love you.
Yeah.
And so I would do that for any of my friends because I would want them to do it in return. And that's probably why I'm still single. So that's another subject and another day. Bring me back on the
I
podcast.
appreciate you because you know, you are showing that there's no excuse. Even being a single mom of 4, you got one that is just now starting to grow, starting to come into her own personality. So your work is still cut out for you.
Ooh, I think that's an understatement. She's the deal breaker.
Yeah.
People think Dewan was going to be the deal breaker. They thought he would be like his dad, and I think I put the fear of God in him young. So
Okay.
he's my twin inside. Like he a hustler deep down inside, like legitly. So he got the quality from his dad, but then the role of me in him to
Yes.
stay straight and narrow. It's that light skin, that firstborn. And that last one, that baby, that girl, the only, yeah, she's 2. And people be like, is she 4? I'll be like, no, she's 2. talking like that? Yeah, talking
You have
like
no
that.
choice but to grow up.
Yeah,
You have no choice but to
You
grow up.
got-
It's
Okay.
all old
Everybody-
people.
everybody grown,
Everybody,
yeah, it's
everybody
just
grown
you.
around her.
You gotta be.
Yeah, when I come to pick her up from your house, Shauna be like, she said this to me. I'll be like,
Oh yeah, she be talking, boy. She be talking. She say whatever she feel is necessary.
Shauna did her hair when I picked her up. She said, "Mom, you see my hair? Shauna did it. It's gorgeous." I said, "Gorgeous? You too? Like you're not gorgeous."
You know what it is,
You know what
though.
it is. So
We skipped around.
we cool.
No, we good.
Oh,
We get
We
money.
cool. I want to go because you're an entrepreneur, and I do want to talk about your long standing with the awesome Patty Kim. You want to talk in on that a little bit?
My retirement's winding down with her. Best kept secret though. So y'all heard it here first.
But you still.
We're still gonna be family.
Yeah,
That's still in my heart. It's still my
Yeah.
sister. But
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah,
I promised 10, and my 10 is
It's coming.
it's almost up.
So let me ask you
13
this.
months.
What have you in that journey? What have you learned?
Ooh. That I hate politics. That's first and foremost. I hate politics. So we tell people we are community people. We're not politics or politicians or nothing. We care about the people. That's
Right.
our role. We show up for people that show up for us. So that's kind of been our motto, or at least mine's, and preaching it in our office. I've learned politics is no joke. And then I just learned the system while working with her.
Okay.
Instead of just sitting there, you pay attention to what's city, state, county, who's the players, who controls the money, where's the money, how to
Okay.
do business, who to talk to, who to rub elbows with, who not to. I've lost a lot of friends working in this job, or gained a lot of extra enemies working with politics. And so, it's lessons to still be learned. It has its gifts and its curses. Like me and Patty, I would never change our relationship or our bond, because we're more than just employee or boss or whatever. I can be at an event and I am cheering her on, and she's standing there and I can hear her cheering me on.
Right.
And it's like, wow, instead of her talking about herself, she's talking about me, and then I'm standing over here. So we're kind of each other's hype men out in public, and I love that because it's genuine.
That's awesome.
So I think that's what I learned. More loyalty and more politics,
Okay.
which I hate. And so any other black woman that is in there, or minority, or just woman, I try to encourage them and advocate for them. Like people like Denise Hill and Councilman, I'm drawing a blank right now. So, but people in politics, especially black women, I advocate and fight for them. April Ashes, it's hard in our seats to stay where we are and be who we are without people coming for us.
Right.
So.
Especially being women.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we take a lot of the hits and stuff behind the scenes, but I think the unity.
It made you ready for it because you're an entrepreneur too, in your business. I had wrote that. I wanted to word it. I was like, how do I word it? Do I put her business is smack dab in the hood? But I put no.
Both of them.
Listen, I
You
said
just
yes.
said it, so-
I said, look, I put smack dab in the middle of low income housing. No,
Nope.
put that
Go with
way.
the first one.
Nope, that one
Go with the
either.
first one.
'Cause I just every time I ride by, I just be like, God bless that laundromat. I do because you are providing a service for people in an area where the people outside would make you not want to go in.
It's the people inside that make you not want to come out either. Like, it's vice versa. And God, this is my business, but I treat my customers like family so that they come back. I protect them. I look out for them, and I think that's why they look out for me.
Right.
But yes, it's humbling too, because plenty of times I want to fight a crackhead, and I don't know if I can say that, or I get challenged by mental health, and then I got to tap into my mental health, and then I just be like, Jesus, like, it's all bad.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows Umar on Market Street. If you don't, you will.
Yeah.
But me and him fight. We argue. I've had to carry my license to carry with me over him a few times, but I also protect him too.
Right.
I even had it out with him yesterday, and I'm like, I don't know how much mentally I can do.
Yeah.
But when I do my free homeless wash every month, and I bring in, the less fortunate, the druggies, the homeless population, whoever.
Yes.
I know them by first name basis. So when
Right.
we bring in other providers like Shiloh Church or Day Springs, and I know these people by name, they look at me like, like
Right.
I said, they're our family.
Right,
Like,
right,
they're my
right.
laundry family or they're my
Yeah,
family because
yeah.
they're from my hood. We have to take care of home. So growing up, you see people in business say, oh, we got to take care of our own.
Yeah.
No, you really do.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I really do.
Yeah.
They come in, they know they can get socks. They come in, they know they can get underwear or a shirt
Yeah.
or shoes. Or
Right.
I keep all that in the back in our storage room because every day we give it out.
Okay.
Do you have
Food?
a donation or anything that people can?
And don't do that. Mm-mm. People drop off clothes and stuff to me. No. The
Never
best.
mind. I was like, go donate down there right now.
Don't do that.
Said no.
If it's detergent or something, bleach, yes, dryer sheet, clothes, no, don't do that.
Don't bring no
The
The
clothes.
best donation I got was from Crystal and Jen Kell. They put them in like clear Rubbermaid containers, labeled them with sizes,
Right.
washed them, and then dropped them off. So like professionally, they wasn't like, here's the trash
Right,
bag.
right.
You
Yeah,
open
you
it, and
You
it's
gotta figure out what's going
I don't
on in
even
this
want to know
bag.
what is
Yeah.
inside that.
That might gotta go back out the back door. into the
yes,
back.
you open it, and yes, you might have another creature. Like
Yeah,
what?
You don't need that.
Nope.
Yeah.
So when I say donations, no, I like when
Gotcha.
guys call and say, "Hey, I got some suits, or I got some coats, or I got some sneakers," and they bring them properly well, even if it's in a trash bag, it's
Right.
still proper.
Okay,
just don't-
gotcha. Just don't pop up.
I'm known for three things: Patty Kim's right hand, the laundry lady, or the domestic violence lady.
Yeah.
So when people see me, they either try to give me cash to donate to domestic violence or detergent, even in a grocery store. I've even had drug dealers be like, "Wait, I got detergent for you," and I'm like, "What?" In the middle of traffic,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
I take it all.
That means you're doing something right then.
I appreciate it because
Yeah.
definitely the community shows up for the community.
So both businesses is on Market Street.
The safe house you ain't supposed to say, but yeah,
Oh,
but
sorry.
yeah, somewhere on Market Street.
Oh my
Right,
bad.
you gotta find
Nah,
it
you
still.
fine. Yeah,
It's
you
still safe.
Yeah, it's the safe house.
it's still
They
safe.
good.
It's still safe. They get that's
You ain't
true.
gonna be around there if you don't feel safe.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
You ain't just gonna be wandering.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
you
you're
ain't gonna be
right.
wandering.
Right,
You
you're
already
right.
know. If you're in that neighborhood, then you already
You
know.
belong
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
And the crazy thing is, the neighbors look out for the safe house
Yeah.
too. Like the majority of the neighbors kind of know, and so they be like, "I seen somebody sitting on your porch," or they call me, or
Right.
they Facebook me, text me, "Somebody's on your porch. Do you have a mail going into your house?" And I'm like, "A mail?
Right.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like if it's not Tim going in there to fix something
Right.
or one of my sons, no."
They be
Right.
trying to sneak a leak in there.
They better not.
Oh,
I got
my
cameras,
goodness.
but yeah, I've had that. I had a prostitute had.
Oh man,
Yeah,
Now we in here trying
She's
to
trying
house you and you trying to give it
unsafe
away.
the safe house.
Yeah.
sneak your boyfriend in. Like
No.
you fleeing from
This
him.
is why you're here. Why are you? Don't bring his ass.
That part, I
Don't
just be
bring
like,
him with you.
I check the cameras. Like when they call, check the camera. I be like, is she serious? Ma'am, you gotta go. And then I send Trish over there to put them out.
Oh, you saying?
I was about to ask, do you put them out? Do they got to go after that? It's a
No
wrap.
visitors on the property. That's
Oh, yeah.
not even the curb, the side,
Yes.
nothing. They shouldn't even know where you live.
Yeah,
you're
right,
you're
right.
resting.
Right.
'Cause you put the other women at danger.
Yes.
So that is like the number one rule all over the house.
Okay.
All over the house. You get put out.
Mhm.
And now I got employees, so you really and them jokers tell everything.
Okay.
So
Employees within the system, or these people you hired to put in, or do you have?
people that an agency is
Okay.
paying to
Okay, got you.
work for me. Yeah.
Dope. That's good. That's
So,
very good. Okay.
so yeah. Now what? Oh,
I love it. I love
it's
it.
a lot though. Working
It is.
full time, being a mom of one in college, one in high school, another one that's an entrepreneur, and then a 2-year-old.
Mhm.
Like,
Full time.
yeah, they call me and I'll just be like, "What, Mom? My weed whacker broke. Go take it to the guy to fix it, or don't cut grass today. Like, don't make money. I don't know what to
Right,
tell you, but I'm
right.
at work. Mom, where's the extension cord? What?
And you fix it. You get
Nah.
it fixed. Yes, you do.
No, because I struggle because that would be my dad's job. And so with him not being here, I just freeze when they call. I just be like, so I'm still getting
Right.
used to, my dad not being here. So then it'd be a shell shock. Then it sits me back. And then I'm like, all right, now I do got to help them figure it out because they've always had my dad. But no, find somebody to fix it or buy a new one.
Okay.
Or Amazon. Find a part on Amazon.
Right. So you do. So what's your longest standing? What's your longest standing thing that you do within? I want to say like you got the kickball. You have dodgeball. You have what else? What am I missing?
The walk.
The walk.
And now the second annual sneaker gala.
Yes.
But you know, kickball's been we're on
That's
like
it,
8
yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps growing. Last year it got crazy, and I almost said this is the last year. You know, we had a little almost altercation, and I was like, yeah, this is not what we do.
It gets competitive. It gets crazy.
I mean, it's kickball, though. I understand.
For a good cause, they show up with cheerleaders. One team had a caterer show up and cater their tent, like their tent.
Oh, wow.
Like I was like,
one year they went and got some. I'm not being racist, but they got some Mexican soccer players, and they came out
and
there
they kicked
with
your ass.
Wait, Brent ain't been back in like 3 or 4 years.
It's
Oh,
been
they whooped
great.
y'all.
But that last time I was there, they had cheat codes. I'm like, they out there kicking balls and bouncing and kicking.
Mexican soccer players ain't no joke. They whooped y'all.
They don't even.
Now I
have
gotta
you.
ask my neighbors to play because I need a player on my team.
Wait, what is going on here?
You better go get Hector and stop playing with it.
I'm
Hey,
gonna find me a
listen.
Hector.
Listen,
There
so
you
you're
go.
going with Miss Crystal. You got the defense class.
Oh, the self-defense class. Yes, I have that. So August 12th is big. We got the self-defense class and then the dodgeball tournament all on August 12th. And then
How do people get involved in those things?
everything's on the Tears for Tarina website.
Okay. Gotcha.
But we've been sending out emails, Facebooks,
Yeah,
Instagram,
when I see
social.
them, I share them. So as I see them.
So now we got 5 teams locked in for dodgeball.
Okay.
And we're waiting on like 3 or 4 more to confirm. So our goal is to always have 10 teams.
Okay.
Metro Barbershop
Yes.
Tenny is the returning dodgeball champs, so they come in. And then I think the team that's going to be hard to beat this year is Mike Hell Simpson's team,
Okay.
and he got the dude Gilliam from the Bridge on his team
Okay.
today.
Okay.
And I was going to steal him. So, can't you play dodgeball? Can you throw? You got muscle. This dude.
Man.
It's dodgeball.
Listen,
Is he really smart?
Listen,
I want to hear this.
I was so
I wanna
sore
hear it.
after one of her events.
do.
I said, I'm never playing recreational sports again.
Well, how are you the Bang Bang Fitness?
Listen, I was
And
out there in
sore.
dodgeball, and I kept being the last person standing. I was
That
like,
means you
"Where's
was
everybody?"
good.
Nah.
You might have had a
that
bad
means-
team, though.
Yeah, that does not
Yeah.
count.
Yeah.
Well, why was you sore? What is the remedy to you being sore? For you to work out 8
It's
days
two-
a week.
It's 2 different types of movement, like isolated movements versus running around and being.
You don't work them calm muscles?
Yeah, I do all that, but I rather,
But why was you that
I was
sore?
thinking. So I was thinking this year I was going to play. I was thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it.
Tears for Tarina needs you.
I'm just going to come be great.
Oh, I see. All right,
been
Michael
watching
Simpson, we coming for you with Bang Bang Fitness.
Oh, snap.
I'm calling people out.
Look, see, then I'm gonna have to recruit some people.
Wait, don't you want to come and do
Hey.
the commentating?
Quit the Cap does not authorize these messages.
Well, wait, y'all can be the commentator. He can be the commentator.
Listen,
right?
that joint will be so lit.
That's
that'd
what
be
I'm
crazy.
saying. Look, come be
We
the
gotta sign
commentator.
an NDA. We gotta sign some disclosures because there's gonna be a lot of busting going
Oh, it's
on
going
there.
down.
No, I'm
You would
serious.
put us up
Can y'all
there.
set up and be the commentator at the
Listen.
Boys and Girls Club?
You do not want that
I'm giving y'all the, y'all saying yes or no. Come on the spot. Come on.
on the spot.
Come on.
We can't do it on the spot. We got.
Yeah.
No,
got-
come on the spot. Come on.
We can
come
discuss.
on.
We're cutting into our interview time,
Yes, we don't wanna
and we don't
cap
want to
you right
do.
now.
Y'all
Yeah,
are
We don't
good.
want to throw her.
Y'all might have missed your calling. Y'all
We
good.
threw her cap.
do not throw the cap in just yet.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But,
Y'all are good.
Hey,
We try
listen,
to be. Listen,
that's our
we
mission.
are just here for our platform, just to bring light to people that are doing special things. And I try to stretch it out because I don't want to get all my good people right away. So we just try to,
I
we
know
have
I
a lot
felt
of good
offended
people.
I wasn't invited to the den.
to work out, or we are here now.
That too.
We have a list. We're going through our list. We put
I want to know, where do I fall at on the list? What number am I?
Today.
Today, what number?
Today. You're in the.
That's a nigga answer.
You're in the
Can I
top
say that?
20.
Yes.
That's not good.
But
you were already on a previous podcast.
We tried to.
You weren't.
I wasn't here at that time, but now I'm
but
here.
people still watch all the old stuff.
So
yes, I have people that say, I watched all the other stuff.
That's a good comeback. You still got a little bit of that old Brent in you.
Oh, I am him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I accept I'm like fire and water.
Not
Together,
weird.
I make smoke.
make steam. There you go. Steam it up.
He thought that out and you co-signed it.
That's how I go.
That was cat.
That's how we do it.
I am him.
We like Busta Rhymes and Spliff Star.
Yeah.
Work like that.
Yeah. We like Jay-Z and Dame before they start beefing.
You feel me?
Let's get back on schedule.
Yes.
Come on.
So, the kickboxing is on the
Kickboxing,
same
kickball.
day. Kickball.
Kickball.
And
I'm about to say I'm doing kick.
Nah,
That's
they
real.
are- they are
Need
kicking people.
kickboxing. Yeah.
Kick his ass on the self-defense thing. Yeah, because y'all gave my daughter all these weapons and these violent weapons.
I
It was
told
in
her
the
mom
woods.
to come.
What?
They got tasers and ice picks. I'm like, this is-
Eric got a hold of one of the windshield breakers and went and tapped my glass door. I caught her before she tapped it a second time, but I died when I saw her. Like, I said, why do
teaching the
you?
baby.
Yeah, no.
He ain't shit.
We about to see. She was like, "We gonna see if this really work."
I went to a kickboxing class with Shauna one time, and she kicked the bag, and he was like, kick the man in the neck. And she kicked the bag in the neck, and I stepped back, and I said, don't tell Brent you came to kickboxing with me if you kicking people in the neck. She said, that's my secret move.
Listen, I'm calling the cops. If she ever hit me, with them legs or them hands, I'm calling the
Oh,
law, and I'm
man.
going to court. She gonna be in
Oh,
one of
my
my
homie?
groups. I'm be like, you look familiar.
She gonna be in one of my groups.
Yo,
Let's
wow.
We paying for that comment. We paying for it.
Oh,
We
no.
sorry.
Okay.
So
So yes, we got a lot of events, but you asked me 5 questions. I didn't get the
that's
answer.
what
Now
we do.
one
here.
of them.
Answer them.
Too late. We too far
Because
in.
I want to. We not far in. We do what we want. to do.
Yeah. I still need to know a lot of stuff. He asked you. I'm ready.
He rolled.
So listen, he wants to know who is Tarina and how you started this, and just give us a little.
The
without
quick version.
crying.
Do your
Without
best.
crying.
Do your best.
Do your best
Mm.
without crying.
All right. I ain't gonna cry. It's Monday, hopefully. So me and Tarina played sports together since we were like 12.
Mhm.
She's older, but since I was 12, 11. And we just been best friends, teammates, softball players, basketball. And then we just was besties. We didn't get along in the beginning when we were like 11 or 12 because she was super competitive.
Okay.
And I was like, oh yeah, who is she? That
Right.
Nope. And then we just were friends, high school, after high school, whatever. We started having kids together and blah, blah, blah. And then she met a guy I didn't like. We never vibed. I never went to the wedding. I just never vibed with him. Once they got married and I was like, okay, he's going to be around. I got to respect him.
Right.
But I don't like him.
Yeah.
Right.
And then one time he plucked my son and I sent the goons to him. And then out of respect for Tarina, I was like,
Oh, I'm not gonna ask who you sent.
you already know
I know
his
who
dad.
you sent. I know who you
Yeah.
sent. Oh God.
I said, he plucked our son.
Oh God.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, don't do nothing because
Yes,
Tarina's there.
what?
So then I had to pull it back and just
Yes.
kind of eat it. And after that, I just was like, yeah, if he even breathed too hard. So good thing he went to jail that night because
Yeah. Can't send him.
I was sending everybody, all of them. But anyway, marriage went whatever way it went. He moved out, was living with another woman or something for 30 days, couldn't let go of the relationship, stalked her, harassed her, and then one night decided he was just going to kill her. Like he was just going to, hide in the house. She came home. He was hiding in the kid's closet, waiting for her to go to sleep. Once she went to sleep, he jumped on top of her, started stabbing her. And then she fought him off because we fighters. She fought him off, ran out the bedroom, ran down the steps. He's still stabbing her. She got out the double doors, stabbed her, through the gate, stabbed her, ran into the streets, fell down, and then he shot her in the eye and killed her. And so that was 11 years ago. Yeah. And so I just kind of been advocating for Black and brown women in domestic violence in a community where we talk about it.
Right.
Like, we don't talk about domestic violence, we talk about the victim, or we talk about the abuser. You know, they'll say, oh, he's been whipping her ass, or oh, he's been beating.
Yeah.
But what did you say? Did you ever call the cops and do a wellness check? Did you ever knock on the door and say, here's some resources?
Yeah.
Like anything, and I know neighbors don't want to get involved because they like, oh, she ain't leaving that.
Right.
But what did you do? Instead of talking about it, did you put a note in her mailbox? Anything? Did you do anything? And so, when the girl died last year, was it last year, year before?
Yes, before, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I snapped because people were commenting like, oh, he been beating her ass.
Yeah.
He been...
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? Y'all failed her. If you were her neighbor and he was beating her ass, if you was his relative, which he comes from that big family, I'm calling y'all out.
Right.
Y'all was wrong.
Yeah.
Because y'all didn't will him in.
Yeah.
Like, if he over here beating on Shauna and you know, and you don't say something, I don't like you either.
Yeah,
Understandable.
You know, because when did you, as a black man, hey, we don't do that.
Yeah, that's not cool at all, yeah.
No matter what color she is, but we don't do that.
Yeah.
And so I hate when communities talk about it.
Absolutely.
And like, you failed her.
Right, I understand.
So I've just been a big advocate for domestic violence because, you know, and I don't know if I've ever shared this with you, Greg. I was in one when I was 25, 26 with We Know Who. And that's why I related to Tarina. So when she said something days before she died, I was like, well, I'm a pro at changing locks, so let's change the locks. And she was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'll buy the locks. Like, I'll just buy them, but let's just change the locks so that you're safe, at least, that he can't come in and clash you off guard. And then she called me that night, and she was like, I'm at home. I changed my phone number. Here's my new number. A locksmith is coming in the morning, so don't worry about it. I don't want him to catch you here and hurt you. And then morning never came.
Yeah, because he was threatening her at work, all of that.
Calling the job, threatening her, showing up, cut off the alarm system, turned her cell phone off. Like,
so is there nothing police can do when those type of threats are made, or is it just...
You got to get PFAs. You got to go through the red tape.
Right.
And so that's the other reason why I started Tarina Safe House, because you flee a situation, where can you go?
Right.
Because of the pandemic, shelters are full. You know, resources are limited. And so if I can provide you a quick way out with no red tape, not a lot of questions, not re-victimizing you to tell me what happened that night, you know, then that's what I try to do. The hard thing is we get scammers with domestic violence.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I got scammed, almost got scammed last week, but I knew what she was doing. She was homeless and got put out. And they was locking her out, but she said the boyfriend was beating her up, which he probably was, but you also was homeless. So you don't have nowhere to go because y'all are homeless because y'all didn't pay y'all bills.
Right.
You're not homeless because he's beating you and you flee.
Right.
So I put him in a hotel and I put you up and I'm giving you these resources, but you are not a... You are, but you're not a crisis victim.
Right.
So it's hard.
Right.
You know, so...
To decipher who and what, so sometimes you just have to... So how many do y'all house?
7.
Okay.
I try to do 6 and keep the emergency room just in case, you know, I need to do an overnight stay, a weekend stay or something.
So is there a time limit on how long you're there? Like, are there stipulations? Oh, God.
I try to do, and I got to get better at it, like 1 week or 1 day to 3 months.
Okay.
But can you really get your life together and back on track and enough money to move on in 3 months? So if I can take you and then transition you into, you know, another transitional living place that can help you and pay your rent for 6 months, then I try that.
So let me ask you this. Are they, outside of just being victims, are they capable of getting their life together? Like, do you notice, okay, yes, you were being abused, but at the same time, you're picking these and finding yourself in these situations because of your perspective and the way that you look at life. So these things are, I would say, preventable in a way because of your choices. So, like, do you train them, or not train them, but do you teach them to make better choices and to look deeper into themselves so that way, you know, you don't feel as that low, because some people stay with people because of they look at themselves a certain way. I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not capable of this. So you pick people that match that energy because you feel you're not capable. So like, do you help them come into seeing that they can do better, they can be better, that the opportunities, because like, do you see, well, their work ethic is not good, so it will be hard to get on their feet because they like being in that position, so to say.
And those are the people that will say, oh, I hate Tarina's Tears for Tarina or Angel Fox or I'm your accountability person.
Right.
And no excuses. Like, I was raised by Des, no excuses.
Yeah.
When you step on this field, this court or whatever, no excuses.
Right.
And so that's kind of my motto.
Okay.
You were a victim and now you're not. So now what we going to do? But
Okay.
no excuses.
Right.
There's none. You got to get up and work every day. You got to maintain employment living here. You got to, like, there is no excuse.
Okay.
I'm going to give you that grace period to mourn, to grieve, to do what you got to do, to old you, the victim you. But after that, and so I do weekly check-ins. Where are you at? You still got your job? Did you find a job? What we doing?
Okay.
Because now your clock is ticking.
Okay.
Right.
So those are the people I end up having to put out.
Okay.
Or those are the people that leave because they don't like being held accountable,
absolutely.
or they can't shake an addiction that they may now have.
Right.
Okay.
And I usually don't take people with addictions because that's a different demon. And I don't.
Absolutely.
So you got to be at least 90 days clean.
Okay.
If I have to house you overnight or for the weekend, okay. But anything long term,
Okay.
But the problem is the women come in the house and then they're still growing. They still need loved on, encouraged, and nurtured. So some of them are there longer than my 90 days.
Right.
And then I build a relationship and a friendship with them, or a big sister vibe with them that I don't know how to cut off. So once they leave, some of them have come back because of bad choices, but others, I do have to be like, okay, your clock is ticking.
Okay.
You've been here 6
Right.
months.
Okay.
Even though I know I like seeing them there, knowing that they're safe and not making stupid decisions, and they're thriving, they're being a good mom, meeting with their kids, and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
I don't take kids, though,
Right.
in my
Okay.
life.
Gotcha.
So let me ask you this: in all that you do you feel that you're organized in it? I ask you that because it's a lot, and it would be wear and tear on you if you're not organized. Because I'm big on organization.
Organized to what? Like organized mentally or organized?
All of that plays a part. Organized mentally in how you run your business, what you allow in your house, how you take care of you, how you take care of, and still nurtured, because you're still raising. Like I always say, my mom's still raised. I turned 44.
Forever, yeah.
Like, so I'm still, like, this morning I heard a whole slew of things that I heard before when I was young, but I had got reaffirmed today. Like, so it's like the message is still always, anytime I'm on the phone with my mom. So, like, in that process, because you still got the little one, but how organized are you in your self-care and what you do for yourself while you're running a business, you're training up women, you do mentoring out out the prison. So with all of that, how do you stay organized and stay sharp mentally and physically so that your mental health is intact?
I do an hour a day. Whether I walk, whether I attempt to run, whether I just sit in the sauna at the gym for an hour.
Okay.
An hour. No cell phone, an hour. Sometimes it's 45 minutes, but because I got a little one. But for the most part, I think for me to be a employee, and then what people don't realize is before work, I pick up laundry orders because I have the laundry service.
Okay.
So I'm picking up laundry orders, delivering them to the laundromat so my employee can get it done, iron, and then we started a dry cleaning thing.
Okay.
We don't advertise that, but we do it for a hotel.
Okay.
So if they need their jackets, their shirts, their whatever, we do the dry cleaning thing. I'm not ready to just jump off with that yet.
Okay.
But before work, I do laundry orders, and I check in at the Safe House. I drop Aerie off. Sometimes I don't, but so for the most part, I'm pretty organized.
Okay.
But after 9 o'clock, don't call my phone. Don't ask me no.
Okay.
I shut my ringer off at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
so that I have that mental reset.
Okay.
And so I feel bad sometimes because people then don't
Right.
have access to me if it is a
Right.
crisis.
Right.
Okay.
You know, but people be like, you shut your phone off and you got 2 businesses? Once my laundromat locks by itself,
Yeah.
and once I know the safe house doors and cameras is rolling,
Right.
and my
Yeah.
kids is in the house.
Okay.
So for the most part, I think I'm pretty organized. Now that I'm starting to get employees,
Okay. How's that?
that's hard because you manage people all day.
Mm.
You manage your kids all day. You manage employees where you get paid at work all day.
Right.
And then you manage employees at home. I mean, at your businesses.
Yes.
Did you drop off such and such laundry? Did they pay by invoice or cash? Did you put it here? Like, you know, did such and such pay their rent? Blah, blah.
Right.
And then I'm in the process of growing and building from scratch a
Right.
new laundromat. And so,
You got it written down? That ain't seem too short. That was a little,
got what written down?
everything.
Yeah.
Everything like what?
What you just said. You're here. So if I said,
Mm.
show me your July, would you be able to open a planner and say, boom, this is here, this is here, this is here, this is
I
here?
can show you 3 calendars. I don't know if they all going to be like, but everything chimes and beeps on my phone. Email, so work email, you're supposed to be here, you're supposed to be there. The such and such ain't paid their invoice yet.
Okay.
Like, or such and such owe you money.
Okay.
You know, so it's a...
Yeah.
Patty tells me all the
Sounds fair,
time that I need to be more organized.
Okay.
But ain't nothing pretty in business, I don't think. Like, nothing behind the scenes is pretty.
Yeah.
You know, as long as when we get to that table, everything look cute, then...
Okay.
So, I don't know how organized I
Going through
am.
a messy closet and coming out like, what up?
It's
Stop
2
the
things...
sock. I got one sock. I need the other shirt.
It's 2 things in my life that are messy. I can admit to. My work van and probably my bedroom.
Okay.
Other than that, everything else is...
Okay.
My kitchen's clean, my bathroom's clean, I'm clean.
Yeah. I mean, I like to say, you know, out of all things, you wear your cape and you wear it well. Regardless to what
Thank you.
anybody could say or how they feel, you have to respect the work.
Yeah,
You have to. I tell people all the time, you ain't got to like me, but you gonna respect what I do.
that part.
Well, I don't care if you like me. I don't care. I
Yeah.
gotta respect what I do.
Yeah,
You know,
my kids
because
don't like me.
in service and serving people, it is very detrimental that people make sure you have your safeguards and how you take care of your health, your mental health, and what you allow, what you're allowing that day to a degree all the time. Because if not, you'll get submerged in. You'll be wearing burdens and things that you picked up subconsciously that don't even belong to you. You start to feel things and start to have depression and anxiety, and you start to think about things, and none of it has nothing to do with you. So that's,
Oh, no.
you know,
I've been practicing Shauna's stuff when people call me like, and they be like, what? But let me, no,
Mhm.
no, that ain't, that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, Shauna do that to me. And I'll just be like, but I need you to hear this. And she'd be like, I'd be like, but please, no. I'd be like,
Oh yeah, you know it's firm.
oh my God.
At my household, I tell them, you know as you know.
Mm.
We
Yeah.
live by that.
Yeah.
I be wanting to pow her sometimes. She'd be like, no. I'll be like, but. She'd be like, no, we going on this walk for 40 minutes and you're not going to complain. And I'll be like, but we got to vent to each other. Like, vent, not complain. She'd be like, no. I'll be like, damn. I got to get a new walking partner.
Yeah.
Didn't you just say no excuses?
What you mean?
You just said that. That was your word.
What? No excuses for what, though?
Whatever you about to say.
I
Whatever you
know.
was trying to say, she wasn't trying to hear it.
I think, though, what makes me love what I do is we're saving lives.
Yes.
But Patty be like, why don't you get burnt out more often? I think because I treat everybody like a family.
Okay.
Whether you're homeless, whether you're domestic violence, whether you're on drugs. Because I see people and I be like, that could be my dad.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That
right.
could be my son walking
Yeah.
in here with
Yeah.
needing his record white.
Yeah.
You know, like, that could be my sister
Right.
in the DV case, you know, or that could be me. And so those are my humblings. And so I just be like, but like you said, you do get burnt out, like, because I'm still human. So I still hurt for Tarina. You know, I lost my dad tomorrow, two years.
Yeah.
maybe. And so I'm like, am I going to be okay tomorrow? So I don't know if I'm coming to work. I'm just letting y'all know now. I don't know. I don't know if I'm calling you back tomorrow. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if I'm getting out of bed tomorrow.
So have you, in your morning, I want to just ask, have you picked I like to say, the lens? You know, we mourn, and I haven't been there yet, but I have a lot of clients that either lost mom and dad. And what I have learned about resilient people, because I know in this day and age, especially through social media and these things, people like the crutch. They like being in that place. You know, I feel it's more beneficial to use your grief to propel you, to do things in honor of. You know, so that day will be an honor day. I'm going to do, instead of mourn and cry, I'm going to do everything at 20x. This day is for 20x. This day I'm resilient. I'm doing all these things. I'm brave on this day. For you I live. You know, so I am definitely, because there's a lot on your plate, and I commend you. You know, I commend what you do. I commend showing up. I commend the balance that it would take, because, you know, it's a lot dealing with people, you know, dealing and having that, and also
that
trying
capacity.
to, you know, and it's easy for me because I do have my family, I have my wife, I have that part is set aside, you know, so you have to, at the same time, run your business, not be intimidating to men, because when a man sees a woman that got a million things and she's doing, you know, it's
right there.
for the wrong one.
She sleep. She sleep.
It's an intimidation factor, you know.
That is the most annoyingest. But let's go back to your question about the lens part, and then that question, because that question I want to really, I want to chew that question. Like the lens part, I've learned to start taking my pain and turning it into a hustle. Like Tarina's thing, you know, I'm keeping her legacy alive, but I'm bringing awareness about and saving lives, even though we couldn't save hers. It's important to me.
Her death's not in vain.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Fox's Wash and Go is my legacy, but it's my dad's legacy. It's his name. And this year I did something that I didn't know I was doing, and I'm still like, oh, okay, I did that. This Father's Day at Tone Cook's Father's Day thing, I gave out 4 Father of the Year awards in honor of my dad. So the first Willie Fox annual Father's Day award, and I was able to give it to Tim, who is, you know, a father of 8. Joseph, who's a father of probably 8.
Yeah, look, probably we don't know, yo.
No shade, Joseph. No shade. Thomas.
Yes.
And Tone.
Yes.
Tone. So those were the 4 I chose. You know, fatherhood doesn't always look easy for them. It ain't always easy. They may have not always got it right. But boom, look at it. You know, especially I think Joseph. You got all those boys and they're high school graduates. They're either in college, in military, in cutting hair.
Absolutely. That's something to be proud of, yes.
Like,
absolutely.
You know.
Especially coming from where we come from, and to be able to, you know, manage the different, you know, households and the different personalities, and make sure everybody stays on the straight and narrow. And that's what I respect out of his children. They know what their father expects. Yeah.
And so, you know, he was really, you know, my guy. I grew up with Yosef off of 14th Street off of Berry Hill. So, you know, just to see him go from to Yosef, back to Yosef, it's like, oh, okay. You know, so to be able to do something for my dad and make it his legacy and to spread it in the community, because my dad was the community dad. I was kind of like, yes. You know, so it felt good to be able to take that Father's Day pain that I
and turn it into
that I struggle with. And tomorrow I said if I took off, you know, I always took my dad to get a steak and a Pepsi and a baked potato and a new pool stick. And so Every holiday or birthday, I've been buying him antique cars because he's into cars and antique. So I buy miniature antique cars. And so now I've been stacking them on my dresser until I find something dope to put them in. But it drives Ari crazy. So I kind of know that is him reincarnated because she'd be like, I want that car. And she's in love with the cars now. So to answer your question, yes, that's what I've been doing with my pain. But because I didn't go to grievance counseling, because people said once I lose my dad, I was probably dead. It's like, if Angel ever lose her dad, she won't lose her mind. Whew. If it wasn't for my daughter, I would have. Like, I love my kids, but my daughter came at the right time to save my life. Because I promise you, I probably would have been in a mental, and I own that. I would have. I literally would have. But business never stopped. I never had a chance to stop and grieve. So when I have that anxiety, that grief feeling, I go running because I hate running.
Makes sense.
Even if it's twice a day, I'll be like, the scale shows because I'll be like, oh, I dropped a couple. But then I pick it right back up. Then I drop it. But anyway, Now,
go ahead.
Dating.
This might be a whole nother show.
No, literally, being
talk about it.
A, I don't have time, and then B, when I do, I don't want the BS. And then people think, oh, she got money and I might not, and I don't. I'm driving my 2006 Honda Odyssey work van. Even though my son drives my truck. Guys, y'all see me in a 2006. That is not humbling. Why? I date guys and they just be like, yeah, she's too much. I'm low-key submissive. Or at least I think I am.
I didn't say that. I was like,
I don't know you, so I can't say nothing.
Thank you. Thank you.
You cool.
It's still going to be intimidating because it's just like, I feel in this era, men are not stretching to be.
That's like, true. They're not.
Men, when I hear that, they be intimidated by certain things. I get it, but when you got the same amount of things going on and you're pressing into that, you'll know what fits and what doesn't. You know. So.
I dated a guy that just had 3 jobs. He had money though, but he just chose to spend it on shopping and stuff. So he's hustling to control his shopping addiction. And then there was no time for me. But then it was kind of intimidating, I guess. I don't know. It was weird. But I was like, oh, this is going to work. He a hustler. I'm a hustler. This is going to work. I'm thinking a Friday night at home. He thinking, no, let's go to Rookies. No. I'm peopled out. Peopled out. And I love my Rookies, but I'm peopled out.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to sit here. But,
So one more time, before we go, tell us what you got going on. Just one more time.
Run it down.
And tell them where they can find you.
On the Tears for Tarina website, on Tears for Tarina Facebook page, on Angel Fox Facebook page. August 12th is our first kickoff for domestic violence season, even though it's not till October, August 12th. Self-defense class with Crystal Childs Turner is free. Only thing we say is a $20 donation if you want to. If you got it, other than that, it's free. The link is on Eventbrite for you to register. The 4th annual dodgeball, domestic violence dodgeball, August 12th, Boys and Girls Club, 1 o'clock. We need teams of 8. If you don't have a team and you want to play, you just show up, pay the $10, you play. We'll find you a team. Everybody always short a player or 2 when you get there. Deadline to register for that is August 5th, but that's also on Eventbrite. Next after that is the 8th annual domestic violence kickball, which is a fun event. Competitive, like Brent says, super competitive. That is September 9th at 7th and Radnor. It's always at 7th and Radnor. 12 o'clock check-in, 1 o'clock game starts. Players of 10 must have a female on your team. That's a must. It got to be, or you got to have a male on your team if you're a female team. Registration is $45 for dodgeball and kickball for the team, not individual. 7th annual domestic violence walk on the Greenbelt behind the mall. That is August 16th, 8:30. Again, that'll be on Eventbrite. You can register. It's $18, or you can just pay the day of. And then my now soon to be favorite event is our 2nd annual sneaker gala. That's September 30th at Able Hall, 6 p.m. Tickets will be on Eventbrite. They're $65 per person, $120 per couple. Deadline to get tickets is September 23rd. People last year, I'm not doing no favors. If you don't get a ticket, you don't get in. I'm not doing no favors.
You heard that. I heard that.
None. I
Yeah,
turned away so many people. I even had to set up an extra table when I got there.
Right.
In my dress and everything. Granted, sneakers still on, but I had to put out an extra table because I let people call in favor.
Mm-hmm.
And when I should have stuck with my firm
Nice
no,
all the time.
when I said no, we sold out.
Mm-hmm.
It's been sold out for like 3 or 4 days, and you still calling? Like, no.
Mm-hmm.
So
don't play that access this year.
That's right.
I'm not even
I ain't
controlling
getting
the
in.
tickets. I'm not even controlling the tickets.
Snooze, you lose.
You want a ticket, you better call Shauna.
Mm-mm-mm.
She gonna say no.
She's gonna be like, no.
She said deadline was
That's right.
black people.
Tell
That's a
them.
famous line.
Tell them. But listen, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, this has been another episode of Quit the Cat Podcast with Miss Angel Fox.
Yes.
We thank you for coming on. We thank you for sharing your story with us.
I better be back for a dating subject.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Set me up. No.
Let's go.
Let's do it. I think that'll be a hot show right there. We got to do a dating show. That'd be fire.
Boy,
I holla.
let's home.
Peace to the
Peace to the
gang.
gang.
Hey, make sure y'all check us out. We out here. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Peace to the gang, and welcome to Quit the Cat Podcast.